Hi there, Adrienne Everheart with you here today, sharing some feminine energy sexual secrets. Now, I did a video previously where I shared 3 really sexy tips that would help have a man chasing you and pursuing you, and they were all using feminine energy, and there were things that you could do today. There were things that you could do right now. Now, I'll link that in the comment section of this video so you can watch it, but let me be clear, the tips I'm sharing with you today are not things that you want to just rush out and do today. I want you to think about them. I want you to spend a little time getting comfortable in your feminine energy and kind of just consider these things. Now, I talk a lot about feminine energy being a vibe. It's something that the man feels when he's with you, and it's very powerful. When he has that feeling of you might get away, he might lose you, and it's genuine. It's not based on any sort of manipulation that you're, playing a game with him, but it's a genuine feeling of I better get her and keep her before some other man does. And you actually want a man to have that through the entire course of the relationship, and that's what I teach you how to do. That's what I teach my clients how to do, is keep the man chasing you and pursuing you for the lifetime of the relationship. So I've got 3 tips to share with you. But again, these are, I'm just going to want you to marinate with these. If you feel really comfortable trying them out, go ahead. But take your time. Don't rush into trying these out immediately. So the first thing I want you to understand, and again, I'm starting with the mildest, and we're going to go up to the most titillating, if you will. So I want you to first start off with feminine energy. That feminine energy and pursuing a man mentally or physically, and by pursuing, I mean you're thinking about him. You're thinking about him, you're on a dating website, you're constantly wondering how to fix things with your husband, or you're wondering when is your man going to reach out and talk to you. It becomes a 24-hour job. And the first most powerful thing you can do is understand that you are using your energy in all the wrong ways if you're putting 24 hours of work into this a day. The first thing I want you to do to really rev up your sexual energy vibe as a feminine energy woman is stop investing 24 hours a day into thinking about a man. You go to bed, you dream about him, you wake up in the morning, you think about him, you're getting ready, you think about him, the clothes you wear, you're thinking about him, the food you eat, you're thinking about him. You get home from work, has he texted you, has he called you at lunch? You get home from work, is he going to call you tonight, or are you going to have dinner? Maybe you'll wear this sexy outfit. You see what I'm saying? How the man will just get into your mind 24 hours a day. Now, how do you get him out of your mind 24 hours a day so you can reclaim your very powerful feminine energy? So I love the practice of Kundalini yoga and any type of meditation you can do. Even if you just learn a deep breathing technique that is just 3 minutes in length, 3 or 4 minutes in length, it strengthens that frontal cortex of your mind. And the reptilian brain is the one that's just automatic. It's connected to your spinal cord, so it's very automatic. You really can't control it. It controls blood pressure and your heart rate. You can control it to a certain degree, but after a while, it's going to take over. Runs your metabolism, things like this. So when you strengthen that front part of your mind, even just 3 minutes a day of conditioning your breathing and slowing down your thoughts and focusing just on one thought, and make it an image, make it a beautiful red rose, make it the face of, Christ or Buddha or whatever you see God or the universe or love as. Just you see that one image and you're able to focus on that for about 3 minutes. Doing some certain breathing techniques. Definitely check out some Kundalini breath techniques, or even just deep breathing. Inhale on 1, exhale on 2, inhale on 1, exhale on 2 until you get to 10, and then keep doing that a few rounds until your phone timer goes off and says it's been 3 minutes. That will help you strengthen your mind. A woman who is out of control and letting her impulses drive her is not feminine. Okay? It's not feminine. All right. Moving on to the next thing. It is a very painful thing. It's a very difficult thing and painful for a masculine energy man to see you with or around another man. It's very painful for them. But they have to do it. It's part of the deal. You're a beautiful goddess woman. Men are going to be drawn to you wherever you go. I attract a certain type of man to me effortlessly. And my husband has kind of named them a term. But I really attract these early 60s men who just gravitate towards me. And I love their company so, so much. They're at just such a beautiful age of maturity and intelligence. And a lot of them are retired at that time, and they're very much into art and culture and things like this. They're fun to talk to. So I attract them to me. If we go on vacation or if we're out or something, those are the men that will find their way to us. And my husband is very aware of this. Now, sometimes younger guys find their way to me too. And I will talk to them. I'll have a good time, and I'll be feminine, and I'll receive. And men, as you get more and more comfortable with your feminine energy, and I apologize, I'm butchering this. I'm trying to get my words out here. But as you get more comfortable in your feminine energy, you're going to attract more and more men. And your man is going to see you talking to other men. And he's going to begin to notice how much other men are drawn to you. And he's going to have to learn to live with it. And we're not doing this to make him jealous and make him, want to keep you in a cage or something like that. Because he knows he's number one in your heart in terms of, I'm choosing to be with you. There's no better way to do this than to talk about your last sexual experience with your man and tell him about what pleasured you in that last sexual experience, and be curious what it was that really brought him a lot of pleasure. Now, if you can do these back to back, it's really going to be beneficial for you. So if you guys go out, let's say you go out to get a coffee or a drink or something like that, or out to dinner, and you happen to be getting a lot of masculine attention, don't overdo it, ladies. Don't do anything too extreme. But you receive from men, and you smile, and you graciously and warmly receive. Don't ignore your husband for too long, or your boyfriend, or your date. And then he may say something about it. It may be very painful for him to see. But this is part of wanting to keep you and pursue you, is that he sees you with other men, and it makes him a little nuts. Okay? And then when you're together, you can reminisce about a previous sexual experience you had with him, or something else you had with him that felt really wonderful, and tell him what felt wonderful to you, and ask him what felt wonderful to him. And this way he knows he really, really has your heart, that your thoughts are, with him. Your heart is with him. And you can even tell him that if you need to. Sorry, I have to check the time. Here we go. So moving on to the next part, I have to say, this does not work in reverse. It's just how feminine and masculine energy works. It doesn't work in reverse. If you see your guy talking to a lot of women, it doesn't work in reverse. And this is just the difference between the sexes. Men will sometimes fantasize more than you know about you with one of his friends, or with some guy he knows, or even your past lover. Strange, I know, isn't it? Men will fantasize about the woman that they love being with other men. Women, we don't do this. We don't fantasize about our guy being with some girl previous to us or some other girl. It's just not what we do. Although there are some situations, if there's some bisexuality, you may do this. But a man identifies with your pleasure, what you are feeling. And that's what I'm preaching all the time, is that men want to be inside of our bodies. They want to identify with what we feel in our body. So that's why I get you to use these feeling statements. I feel, I'm feeling, I felt. You're telling him what's happening in your body as much as you can. Make it about pleasure, you see. So a man will like to imagine you possibly having sex with another guy. Some men will never admit this to you, and don't worry about it. Just trust me here. It's thoughts that go through their head. It's the difference between the sexes. We are different. We are not the same. Our fantasies are not the same. Okay? I doubt any of you girls out there fantasize about guys that are way, way younger than you. It's just we're different. Accept it. We're different. But use it. Use it. Be aware of it. And use it in a positive way that strengthens a relationship. So if you get more feminine energy by talking to lots of new men, even casually, you're quantum dating, you're receiving arrows from men, if you build up that feminine energy and he is in pursuit mode with you, it's going to work out for both of you, you see. It feeds into that energy really nicely. So try that, but you'll see why I'm saying don't just go out and do it immediately. I want you to just think about it a little bit. Kind of let it unfold in your mind a little bit here, okay? Okay, the last thing I'm going to share with you in this video, it's gotten kind of long, my apologies, is that orgasms. I told you it would get racier. Here comes the racy ending. Orgasms. Orgasms are something that men have to learn to control to not have. Now, if your guy is a little bit older, or if he's had some sort of pornography addiction or some sort of health problem, he might be on the other side with orgasms. But in most cases, orgasms are something that men have to learn how to control, as well as erection. Women, on the other hand, and too many orgasms for a man, too often, not controlled, hurt him. They hurt him. That's why you have men who get addicted to pornography. They have that, what is it called? Down regulating that happens, where they just need more and more and more and more and crazier stuff, because the amount of dopamine that's getting flooded in their brain is more than what is intended for humans. And same with drugs, same with alcohol, same with sugar, possibly even flour. It just sends so much chemical into your body that you end up having that down regulation, where you need more and more and more to achieve the same feeling. And then what used to really feel good to you doesn't really feel good to you anymore. You have to keep reaching higher. So that's how the brain works. Again, meditation, deep breathing, strengthen this part of the brain so it can outsmart that other part of the brain, basically. So what I'm saying here, I am so long-winded today. I apologize. What I'm saying is men have to temper their orgasms, or it will hurt them. We've all been in a situation with a man where he doesn't have that control, and it's very disappointing. And you have to learn lots of workarounds with that one. That's another video. But women, did you know it hurts us to not have orgasms and to not think about sex and fantasize about sex? So I really encourage you to return to this sort of childlike essence that you once had. You know, when you were a young girl and you would get a crush on a boy, you would be very playful with him. You would do things to get his attention. Don't do anything crazy. Don't call his phone 100 times, but you would do things to get his attention. You would wear an outfit, or you would do your hair a certain way. That's okay to do. It's okay to want to be attractive and want to catch a man's eye, but you would also fantasize about him. You would fantasize about him, and you would think about him, and you would dream about him, and you would have these wonderful fantasies. So what this thinking and fantasizing does for a woman, and returning to that, innocent childlike essence, it's very attractive to the man, but it also is good for you. when you have frequent orgasms, this keeps your body very healthy. It keeps everything below the waist healthy and lubricated and in a positive way with hormones. So don't neglect yourself. If you neglect yourself, you hurt yourself in the long run, which will hurt your relationship with the man. All right, so that's Adrienne Everhart's wisdom on all of this. I hope it's been helpful for you all. I love hearing from you in the comment sections, good or bad. I think we're all here to just share opinions and as women get together and talk and discuss. So please feel free to share your thoughts and your opinions and help your sisters out who are reading in the comment section. If you like my videos, you want to support my work, thumbs up is the way to do it on YouTube. You can also share my video if you so dare. Share it, but definitely thumbs up. It lets me know you like the work that I'm producing, and it keeps me on the ball to make more. All right. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this has been really helpful. And as always, I'm sending you lots of feminine energy love. Mwah. Bye-bye.